Yeah.
What's it feel like to close it out and get a win over the defending champs?
Man, it was exciting to be out there on the field, man, to see the desire, to see the passion that guys are out there playing with. There was no flinch, in that team, and I think that being in some of those earlier situations, I think it's one of those things where you either learn from or you let it beat you again. And I think that it's one of those situations where we learn from it. It was one of those things where we was like, look, we've been in these close games and we haven't been on the winning side of it, but like we know that we're capable of doing it. We just got to make sure we go out here and execute. And I think that's what we did well today. Went out there and executed. Went out there and guys answered the bell when their names were called. To see Evan get that touchdown at the end, to see Troy get that two-point conversion, man. That watching J.K. run the ball, watching our O-line go out there and do what they do, and leaning on a very good Eagles defensive line, a very well coached defense over there. To watch our offense go out there and do what they did, and then to see our defense step up when the number was called, it was amazing to be able to watch that happen and to be a part of such a great locker room.
Court down to 14 entering the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What's it say about Bo Nix leading 3 scoring drives to end up winning?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it's stuff that we've already known. He's been growing, and I think that those 2 losses are something that we had kind of talked about it after those losses happened. But he gets down on himself. He's a very passionate guy when it comes down to his craft, and to be able to watch him, go into the mindset of, all right, how do I get better, and what do I need to do to be better, for himself and for us. It ultimately it motivates everyone around him. Like I'm like, bro, like I tell him all the time, you're not doing this by yourself, but what can I do to be better for you? You know what I'm saying? For us, whatever it may be, you tell me, and I'll work on it. And so to be able to have your leader be somebody that's as driven as he is, and as detailed, as passionate as he is, man, it ultimately brings everybody else along with him. And to see him go out there and put together those drives, it was something it didn't surprise me, but it was really cool to be a part of.
Last one, guys, last one.
He said that it wasn't easy
Yeah.
for him being down 17.
Correct.
That you said you had his back.
Yeah.
What did that look like, and further kept third and long and third and long ball to you? Talk about that.
Yeah, man. It's not like I sit here and say how everybody's resilient and everybody has this no blink mentality, but we're all human at the end of the day. You look up at the score, you're down 14 to the defending champs on the road, and there's like this split second decision that you have to make within yourself, and it's like, hey, am I gonna fall into the human nature and say, dang, they got us, or am I gonna say, nah, like I got a whole bunch of guys around me that believe in in what they're capable of. And if you can get every single person on the sideline to have that same faith, and it may be something as simple as, "Hey boys, we got this," and keep it moving. You see when you can see it turn, and like it takes one play. You don't know what that play is going to be. It's the same way as it being. It takes one play for a game to go in the opposite direction, but it takes one play for a team to be able to say, "All right, we back in it," and to see the offense go out there and meticulously put plays together and get down the field and go score. It was really cool to see.
You made that.
Yeah, no, go.
I say you made that. 30, 40 yards.
Man, I just try to do my part. I try to do my part, and it wasn't myself. I told JK and the boys, man, it was dope to watch those guys run the ball. It was dope to be able to see Troy make the play that he made. It was dope to see Evan making plays. Everybody had their hand in the pot, man, and I'm just grateful to have such passionate guys that love ball. Guys in his locker room, man. We have a great team, man. I'm excited to be a part of it.